everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 227, and we're recording on March 13, 2023. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
As a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Announcements this week. A big shout out to our new Fiesta patron, Honey Pools.
Oh.
Honey Pools,
you.
I believe their real name is, which is also my cousin's name. So we were trying to figure out, are you my cousin? I doubt you are, because my cousin's like 13 or something. But if you are, that'd be kind of weird that you didn't tell me. So shout out to Honey Pools.
Welcome to the Patreon. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes. I think that's it. We're covering 4 songs this week, which is one more than we normally do. We have Cherry Bullet with P.O.W. Pow. We have Twice with Set Me Free, NMIXX Young Dumb Stupid, and Kai with Rover. Let's start at the top with Cherry Bullet. I'm just going to call it Pow, Play on the World. So they are from FNC. Last 3 songs were Space and Love, Love Is So Sweet, and Aloha Oe. Okay. Cherry Bullet. FNC.
Why do you say it like that? I'm worried now.
Oh, not the biggest fan of this one. We have they came back in March 2nd of 2022. So it's been over a year. This came out on March 7th.
Wow.
Right? So we waited a year for this one.
We waited a whole year after Love in Space for this.
Yes.
Okay. That's a lot of time spending.
Before the show, we were talking about this a little. Anita, the main word that I remember from our discussion was Anita said dated, right?
It did feel, I don't know if I said it, but I agreed with whoever mentioned it. Because, yeah, it felt to me like there was a mix of a lot of things, right? And that sort of mixture reminded me of previous sound. The only thing that I could think of to, like, have a reference was kind of a sound that was popular when IOI first came to be. Yeah, I think I was gonna say like Crush, if you guys remember.
2016.
Well, I remember Crush.
2016.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
2016.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I know. But I mean, okay.
Going back in time.
Here's the deal. I think for me, it just felt like, as the song progressed, right? I felt like, oh, I'm hearing like 4 different sections, like 4 different things going on, like that didn't quite fit together, and I was left wondering why it was done in such a way. Like, what was the overall picture we're trying to build here?
Let's start there. Were they trying to draw an overall picture?
I don't know.
See, that's what I'm questioning. Like, did they? Because it almost felt like they drew out individual sections, and they just kind of put them together. And they weren't really thinking about the overall picture. I don't know. Like, the transitions were kind of floppy. Sure, the song's written in like 1 key. Sure, I agree with that. But like, that doesn't tie everything together. You know what I mean? I agree with you in that aspect, especially given that each section themselves weren't particularly interesting to me. Dated is one way to look at it. The other way would be just played out. I'll be honest. I don't know. And it's not like what they're going after with this track is wildly out of date either. You went back to Crush, fine. I'm just gonna pull out Wadada from like last year. Is that last year? That's last year, right?
Oh, it does have a little bit of elements of that. I do hear that.
Yeah.
And Wadada, while it maintains a similar tone and character and all that, and like the same level of duality between like hype moments and like low-key moments and like, you know, edgy moments and all that, Wadada doesn't sound particularly from 2016. It still sounds like it belongs in this kind of era. Sure, is it like the most trendy in terms of the sound that's like trending in K-pop, you know, a la carte, you know, New Jeans, Triple S, you know, 50/50 and all those? No, not at all. But at the same time, we have associated this as the mainstream girl group sound for like the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You know, La Pillas did something like this. You know, KDA had an input in this. So did aespa. You know, all of these groups had
okay.
had a place in building this kind of sound. And Cherry Bullet, it definitely does feel like they made a shift from where they were, you know, to get here. And I'm questioning, why did they do the shift if they're just gonna end up on the other side of, you know, the coin here? You know what I mean? Like that's where I was ultimately asking questions about the big picture, because I'm not sure if they tried to draw one. You know, that's as sad as it is. Someone say something.
It's a little weird, right? Because they're from FNC. At one point, FNC was like a top 5 K-pop company, right? At one point in the history. Probably around the time when like AOA, CM Blue, and like Ihongi were all kind of popping off at the same time, right? It was a pretty established label. It just feels like them as a company is kind of. I'm not talking about Cherry Bullet, I'm talking about FNC, the company. Feels like the company's kind of just fallen off a bit in terms of K-pop. Like their acting division's doing fine, right? But the K-pop side of it, it's like SF9, yeah, they're doing okay, right? P1 Harmony, they're like low-key popular. They sell a decent amount of albums, but in terms of like actual impact, I don't think too many people, they're on too many people's radar, right? And then you shelve Cherry Bullet for a year for like no reason at all, right? It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The song itself, it's just like, I don't know. It's just not great, right? Like it feels like it drags on. Feels like a couple sounds that I've heard before. In terms of the music video itself too, it's like FNC reverted to like having the warehouse set for a good portion of this, right?
I was not a fan of they use this particular shot where like they have like a platform, right? Where it's like a runway.
Oh yeah.
And then you can see the warehouse.
And they don't hide that they're in a warehouse.
Right. And then the shot is very zoomed out, right?
Yes, I don't like that shot either.
They're taking like a group shot. I don't know. I just found it very odd.
That shot, when they're so zoomed out, it reminds me like you're in the audience of your high school auditorium and kids are performing on this. You know what I mean? That's what it felt like.
Oh, it felt like I was playing StarCraft and League to me, you know? Third person just...
It just felt like... It felt very disconnected to me,
yeah,
right?
I don't know what the...
Like a chick cam in a music video, right? We're like really far away.
Well, yeah, I guess... I mean, if they were going for that effect, I guess... Okay. I didn't think it was done in the best way possible, but it just felt odd.
It's just weird because I know that Cherry Bullet has some really good kids in this group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the frustrating part.
G1's in this, May's in this. There's a decent amount of very talented, there's a good amount of talent in this group, but it just feels like as FNC, it's like, I don't know what they want, right? I don't know if they care too much.
I'm gonna try to talk about some positive things because I don't think the song is awful. You know?
No, it's not a bad song. It's just not a great song.
I think the song itself is fine, and in fact, there is definitely still a population within the K-pop community that likes tracks like this. And I would imagine, I'm guessing here, I would imagine this is still something that's gonna end up in their playlist. It won't for me because I've kind of enjoyed this and I've kind of moved on. The thing is. The thing that I actually did like about this is its connections to the previous comeback with Love in Space. If you guys remember, the chorus, the first part of the chorus there felt very similar to the first part of the chorus here. Here it feels a little more like Pirate by Everglow, where like it's kind of like low-key a little bit. There's a lot of oomping bass. There's a bit of top line. But for the most part, it's like a catchy chorus that leads into the next section. Love in Space actually had a proper singing chorus after that. This one didn't, and it felt like I wasn't really quite sure why they split it up in two parts, you know. But I mean, it still worked out. It still felt like they weren't completely throwing away what they had, and they're still continuing off of this, I don't know, hyper-esque EDM electro house heavy. It's almost Melbourne house kind of sound that we really used to like in the early 2010s. And you know, people I've seen in some comment sections also stating there's like hints of Dala Dala in here. They're trying to do that kind of thing.
Oh.
I don't know how much I agree with that, but
I don't know.
yeah, it's just a weird because it's like Cherry Bullet's been around since 2019, right? So this is year 4 for them, right? And I think about Cherry Bullet, and I do remember some of the songs they've done, but there's not really like a signature thing for them yet, right?
You know what it was for me though?
Which one?
Their debut.
Same.
Q&A, right?
Yeah.
It was so
Yes.
good.
The video
I wish
game
I could
was
go
good.
back.
I even remember Hands Up because I thought the choreography was very interesting for that one as well.
Go hands up, that thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but
right,
Q&A
yeah.
was so promising. I remember.
I love that song.
Q&A was good. Q&A was good.
I don't know. Cherry Bullet's an interest. Like honestly, if FNC puts them on the shelf for another year after this one, like I'm gonna write off FNC as a company straight up. Right?
Dang.
I don't know. I think at this
Yeah.
point, FNC should think about what they're really good at. FNC, yes, they've been successful with AOI, but historically, I'm still going to associate them with the likes of CN Blue and FT Island, right?
Yeah.
Bands.
Right, band music, acoustic or whatever band music. I'm not sure if there's a demand out there for bands, girl group bands, but I don't think they should be throwing away their knowledge and their know-how from those two successes and going more of this traditional girl group route. Everyone can kind of do this. Oh, let's be honest.
Especially considering Rock had a good play last year
It did.
in the K-pop sphere, right?
It did. And the year before that too.
Feels like a missed opportunity, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm not asking Cherry Bullet to start picking up guitars next comeback.
Oh, yeah, please, no.
Right. That's not what we're asking them to do. However, musical production wise, they have things that they're good at historically there. Why don't we just try to carry that over? Sure, it didn't work out for AOA. I'm sure. I understand. Give it another shot. You're clearly willing to give Cherry Bullet many, many shots. So might as well do one of those, as like as another shot,
Can we do more than one comeback a year, FNC? Like, Cherry Bullet to me seems like the like they're kind of in the place where they're with a company that doesn't really know what to do with them. Similar to like I feel like Lightsum with Cube, same kind of situation,
Okay.
right?
Here's the thing. We know the sales of this group. You have played K-pop Simulator last week and the week before.
Well, the sales I believe for this one are the highest ever for this group.
Really?
Yes,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
Well-
Okay. Are they making them some decent monies? Is the
I
coin
don't
rolling
think
into the bank
I
account?
don't think it's anything too ridiculous, but they sold 21,000 on the first day, so not terrible.
No, that's not terrible at all.
It's in a weird spot, right?
It's okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on their profitability. I have no idea, but I'm sure this is the only girl group in their management. If they're not coming back, I feel like there would be a good reason why. And I'll be honest, I don't think this is helping them, this comeback. I'll just be honest.
At the end of the
Yeah.
day, I would agree with you on that. It just doesn't feel like one of those songs that's gonna like get them going up the hill of K-pop success, right?
No.
No.
I don't know. Maybe I have a bad grip on what the K-pop fans are into nowadays. Maybe they'll eat this up, and we're just all people with awful tastes. Who knows?
The word success in K-pop, I'm gonna make a tangent here, always reminds me of there's this interview. There was a show back in the day where it was like the equivalent of like American Ninja Warrior, and they did it with Korean people, right? And I remember Itook was a host one day, and Nickhoon was a contestant, right?
Wow. Okay.
And
Oh,
he was
yes,
trying
yes, yes.
he was trying to explain to Nickhoon what the rules were or what he should do. So
Jump,
he went,
jump, jump.
yes, jump, success.
I remember that.
That's what he told him. So hopefully
That's
Cherry
very
Bullet
simple.
can jump, success their way into some
Weird
better
reference.
concepts in the future. No, that was one of the first memes back in the day, right? For K-pop, I remember.
Is this Dream Team?
Yes, it was
Probably, yeah.
Jump success was big, and then Henry's Next Slice around the same time.
Next Life.
Were like the two biggest Korean memes at the time. All right, so that's Cherry Bullet. You know, I'm hoping for some more things from them. Song is okay, just nothing too crazy. Next one though, we have big hitters twice. Set Me Free. They're from JYP. Last 3 songs: Moonlight Sunrise, Talk That Talk, Scientist. Their 12th mini album, Ready to Be, recorded 1.7 million pre-orders prior to its release, making it the best-selling album of the group yet.
Holy shit! Look at that big boy number.
Big boy number. Okay, I have been objectively not 100% on the Twice bandwagon in the last like couple years, right? With the musically, not like kids wise. This is like my favorite track for them in a hot minute.
Oh,
Like,
whoa!
I think this one's really good. I think they've recaptured a lot of the magic that I thought was absent in some of the track. That being said, Moonlight Sunrise is a really good song, so that one was good as well.
I agree.
But I really like the Set Me Free track. I think it's fun. I think it's sexy. I think they got people like Gio starts the song. I was
Yes.
expecting Nayeon to start it. No, it was Gio this time. They had like interesting auto tune there, but it worked for me, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they did some vocal. I like the vocal processing. You guys didn't?
Wait.
I guess not.
Which part are you talking about?
It's
Like
the
her-
pre-chorus.
The
That's
final?
the one that I thought was a little too heavy.
There's like vocal processing in this at certain
Yeah.
points.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen again. Clearly, I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention.
I mean, it doesn't
Um,
last very long, but okay, yes.
I agree with you. The song's good. I like it. It's,
Right.
I don't know. It feels it. I don't know if they captured the original Twice magic. I'll tell you that. I don't agree with you on that. If anything, I feel like it's a pretty big departure from what we've been expecting from Twice, where they were like continuing to lean into like the duality of the cutie sexy concept that like they used as a buzzword since Sana's back in Cheer Up days, you know. But here it feels like they're leaning very charismatic, you know, just like look at powerful, look at me, you know, like I'm gonna power strut out of the car, just you know, just that kind of. That was a great shot in the music video, by the way. Just Jiho like walking out of the car, doing the
Yes,
chorus.
that was a fantastic scene.
That was a
Yes.
great scene. Oh my god. Song itself is like a disco pop track, with
Yes.
like those like old school disco violins in the background. Big shout outs to Motown. This is all cool stuff. It's a continual build off of this like disco thing they've been doing ever since I don't know when they first do it. Was it the Fields when they started it, right?
A little bit, yeah.
That was around when. And it feels like we consistently have this they've kind of latched onto this sound, but it doesn't feel like they're doing reruns of the same sound either. It feels like we're continuing getting different interpretations of it, and that's really cool. I really like that. I don't know how longer they'll be able to pull it off. I'll be honest.
This is the third one, I think.
This is the third one.
Moonlight Sunrise was that in a bit.
Oh, that was let's go. I'm also thinking about what is the one with the green? Da 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 da. No.
Can't stop me?
Yeah, can't stop me.
Oh,
Can't stop me. Okay, they have a lot of title tracks at this point. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head.
they have so many title tracks
Um,
now. It's ridiculous, dude.
The part where it feels the part where it feels like a big departure from the original Twice tracks is how minimal this song actually is and how hard we're leading into their vocal capabilities as vocalists. Because if you think about like Twice, like classic Twice era, let's bring up Likey, Heartshaker, Fancy, all of those songs have very busy, complex arrangements, lots of drums, lots of synths, everything just 100% force in the chorus. Whereas this, we're pulling everything down. We're letting the members actually sing. You know, we're actually letting Jiho do her thing. We're letting Nayeon do her thing. Jungin actually has a lot of parts too. You know, it's great, and they actually have the room to actually do what they need to do. It's kind of like Jiho and Nayeon in this track. To exaggerate a little bit, it's kind of like watching. It's kind of like watching Sonny and then Harry Kane. You know, like they'll just tiki-taka back and forth. You know, the whole chorus where they go back and forth. It's great.
I will agree with that.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes,
then Jiho does their thing, and that's like boom, that's Harry Kane into the goal. You know. Jungin, I don't know who Jungin. I don't know Tottenham well enough to say who Jungin is.
Kulusevski.
Sure, Levski. Yeah, sure. And I feel like that's really great, especially if you think about one of the things that's been luring over them during their career has been Twice can't sing. Twice singing sucks. Bad vocalists. That was a continual thing. That has always been something that's been like following them since early on in their career.
Yeah, I think the real argument was they don't have a S tier main vocalist who can sing ridiculously high notes. That was like the main thing, right? Like
Really? Dang.
yeah.
Well,
That was
I
the
mean, there were
argument back
clips
in the
of
day.
like Twice like not singing on pitch, like they were singing very off pitch. and
Okay,
stuff
no,
like that.
I have seen those. Yes, that is true. That is true in the history. Yeah.
The thing is, with all of that context added, it feels like Twice has, in their own way, they've also kind of accepted the trend of taking it down a notch a little bit and making things a little more minimal and relaxing to listen to. And we end up at the situation where the members can sing and we listen to that. To a degree. Is it ditto or something like that? No. But this is, I think, Twice's own interpretation of it, similar to how Stacey is doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess the reason I like this song, as much as for the musical quality, this song really feels like to me that the kids have grown up some.
oh yeah,
Like this is one of their most
Mature.
mature songs yet in terms of the sound, in terms of the concept, the costumes as well, in terms
love
of
the
the
styling,
performance. Like Sana, like that's a woman now. She ain't a kid no more, right? Like you know what I mean? Like that's what no. It feels like these kids have grown up in front of us. Like they're adults now. That's what it feels like to me. They're at the second half of the career.
Yeah.
Okay,
well
yeah.
into it. Yeah.
Right, this is a super mature. Wait, what? What are you gonna say?
No,
Warren?
for a minute, it's like she's a woman now. I was about to say, was she a cow before? Like, what was like,
No.
Oh God, Anita, you know what I mean,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
I know what you
Well-
mean now, yeah.
No, because I mean, the whole storyline that has been building right up to this point, right, is that they are older. Like they
They're
are
older,
at a different
yeah.
stage in their career, right?
Exactly.
And I think the last couple of releases, this one included, have
Moonlight
supported
Sunrise was a little bit like that too, right? Yeah.
that. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's kind of like Fancy, where it feels like another soft pivot into a more charismatic and mature concept, you know?
Exactly. Do you prefer this one or Moonlight Sunrise? That's a good question because it came out a month ago, right? Moonlight Sunrise was like pre-release to this one, right? It was an English pre-release to this,
I think I like this one better.
I would agree with that.
right? It's better.
I think the reason why I prefer this one though is because in the chorus, it feels like the second half of it, right? Feels like it has a little bit more emotion, or maybe the theming as well. But I don't know. I felt like there was more messaging of like confidence, maturity, you know, that I thought was cool. Yeah, I think that's why I would prefer this one.
It's
I
also
also-
a big departure from like their earlier lyrical content. Like if you go back to Cheer Up and like Uahage, it's like it's all about like, I'm not gonna make the first move. You got the guy's gotta do that. You know what I mean? Like it's I can't
me.
do that. Oh. Now it's all about fuck that. I'm doing what I want. You know what I mean? There's clearly been a progression. I really dig that.
I also like this song because there's very set point choreography that they want you to know, right? The whole chain thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like they were on Amazing Saturday Do Re Mi Market this past week, right? I think it was Nayeon. No, it was not. Was Nayeon there? No, it was Jio, Jungyeon, and Daehyun were on the show, right? And they made a gigantic effort to promote the point choreography. Like whenever they talked about the song and their comeback, they kept doing it, right? In all forms throughout the entire show. They were like, "Oh, you have to be unchained when you eat the galbi, the ribs." So they're like, like people were like doing point choreography. Like literally, it was like one of the main focus of their appearance on the show. I kind of like that. It kind of brings me back to the day where Twice was all about we need to have memorable point choreography in our song, right? In order for people to like it. Kind of brings me back to that because I feel like sure a lot of the Twice songs of recent have had like some memorable moments, but nothing like super like there was nothing that they were pushing super hard, right? Like this is the thing. Like Alcohol Free had like the like the wavy dancing and stuff. I don't know how to describe it, right? But there was nothing about that made you be like, this is the Alcohol Free dance, right? It was just kind of like, oh yeah, that's the choreo in this song, right?
No, yeah.
But in this song, they're going back to the formula where like we have something that's very definitive that we want you to latch onto here, which I do like.
I don't think the comeback is perfect, however.
Okay.
I'm gonna, as I pulled out positives from Cherry Bullet, I shall pull out negatives from this comeback as well. One thing I didn't particularly enjoy was the song felt a little rushed. I get it, the song's got to be 3 minutes or less, but it's intro's short, bridge is short, build up is short. Everything's a little rushed here. I don't know. I feel like this is one of those songs that could really benefit from being like 4 minutes. Or even longer, to be honest. But I understand we're not in that generation anymore. And I feel like an old man saying this. Kind of am, to be honest. But it would benefit if it's a little longer. That's all I'm saying. The other part of that is that break, that fake out ending.
Okay, I did not like that.
I didn't like it.
I almost turned off the music video. Because I was like, is it over?
I was about to be like, that's a shit ending and just turn it off.
I thought the same exact thing. I was about to say, oh my god, Mara's gonna hate this ending.
I just feel like, well, at least to me, I wasn't necessarily thinking it was the actual end because it didn't feel like it would be the actual end.
That's why I thought it was the awful ending.
No. I feel like I thought it was like, oh, this is not gonna be the end, but I still felt like, why put it there? Like, why?
They put it in there, and there's like 40 more seconds of the song after it. It's
I was a little
spot.
confused.
I don't know. I think the idea to do like a fake out, put the JYP logo on there. No, sure, that's entertaining. But like,
okay, can I say something about the silent break in the middle, which I thought was really funny? There's like there's a movie theater shot, right?
Yeah,
where they pan
and
in
it
front
blows
of the kids.
up.
The only thing I got from that is how short Chaeyoung is.
What?
If you watch the movie theater thing, she's the third kid, and now that you notice that, if you look, Anita, at that shot, it's at 2 minutes and 46 seconds into the music video. If you look this up, and now that I tell you, look how short she is relative to the people next to her, that's all you're ever gonna see in that shot anymore.
I thought she was slouching.
I don't know. What was
maybe she has bad posture.
But the weird thing was the focus was on her, so I don't get what was going on there. So, were they trying to tell us something? I'm not sure.
They were trying to tell us that she's short. Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, the focal point of that shot was Momo, right? And everyone else was blurry.
Right.
And then it panned, and then the focal point was Chaeyoung, and everyone was blurry. But I don't know what I was supposed to learn from that shot. Probably nothing.
Maybe Momo was tall.
I don't know. And then they blew up some cars right after, right? I was like, okay.
I found it a little confusing in that scene because they blow up the theater. Like you can see like the theater go up in flames, but they come out of the theater. So like they were not in the explosion?
No. Anita, it's
continuity was a little
look
off.
It's clearly a creative decision targeted towards Americans. America loves explosions. Have you not seen Transformers?
I have.
Clearly, Michael Bay had a say in this.
To be fair, Transformers 1 was amazing back in the day. Not only you got Transformers, you got original Megan Fox, and it was like the best thing ever as a teenager, dude. Like, it was the best thing ever. I remember this.
I don't think I've seen it, to be honest.
I watched Transformers 1 for the first time at my dance competition nationals in Atlantic City. And I remember it, dude, because we watched it and we were like, this is the best movie ever. That's what we thought.
What year was this? Was it like 2008 or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. I was in high school at the time, yeah.
Dang.
Okay.
But Americans love explosions, Anita. Come on.
Okay. I just feel like it didn't make sense. How did they survive the explosion?
Who cares? Those things are exploding. It looks cool.
This song made me realize, I really like Twice still. I don't know. Something about this song is great. I'm gonna listen to this one all the time. One other song I wanted to bring up as a bit of an aside is Stacy Panda, right? Remember we talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Stacy what?
Panda?
Wait, what is
Teddy bear.
Oh my god, I got my wrong furry creature. Okay. Stacy Teddy Bear. Did you know it's number 5 on our chart right now?
It's doing really well.
It's doing super well in Korea. Really well.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, good for Stacey. I still don't love the song.
It's like their best charting song of all time, I believe, right now.
Really?
It's number 2 on Melon today. It hit.
Oh wow! Good lord! Wow.
Yeah, people love that song.
Oh, I'm so happy for them. Good lord.
I'm happy for them.
It's beating Event Horizon right now.
Oh,
you know?
Wow!
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's beating Attention right now.
Okay, to be fair, both of those
are old songs. Those are old songs.
They've been out for a long time.
It's beating Busong Sood.
Okay.
So people are loving.
It's also
Teddy Bear.
beating Charlie Puth. So what do you know?
Yeah, but that being said, I really like this "Set Me Free" song from Twice. I think it's fantastic. I like where they're going here. I like the mature theming we've got as of late, right? Once we hit Moonlight Sunrise into this "Set Me Free," I like how there was a continuous. There was continuous. Is that even a word? There was continuity in the concept between the two songs, so it kind of makes sense as a package. I wonder what they're gonna do next. If they will keep this more mature theming, or if we'll pivot
Disco
into
sound.
something else. I wonder.
I feel like we're not gonna get a comeback from them for a while.
For a while, a hot minute, right? Because they got the world tour going on,
They
right?
do.
So
Right.
that's going to happen.
Right.
Next one, we got their Hubes, right? At their company, we got NMIXX with Young, Dumb, Stupid. It's a pre-release. They're from JYP. Last year's songs, Funky Glitter Christmas, Dice, and it's all the songs they got. This song randomly dropped yesterday, and because they had like a calendar for their release schedule, and this one was like a bunch of question marks. So they randomly dropped it. No one knew it was coming. No one knew it was coming. And then they're going to have the main release in like a week or so. I think 2 weeks, something like that. So this one was all of a sudden we had to throw it into our song poll because people weren't sure. Like, oh God, I have to add it. It just came out randomly at midnight in Korea. So we added it. It got voted in. This is something.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Good
there's
something?
there's a nursery rhyme.
What's the name?
Okay, I looked it up. The original track is called Frere Zak or something.
What?
What was it? What was the word? What was it?
Frere Zak. I don't know.
Ferrero Rocher, the candy? No?
Prayer, brother
No.
Jack.
Frere and then JACQUES. Jock. I don't
Jock.
know.
Okay.
Look, I know in Korean it's called 동물 흉내. This is what it's called. And it's like 어리는 꽥꽥, 어리는 꽥꽥, you know, like, and the
We
English,
have a nursery rhyme too. I just don't remember it.
I don't remember the
duck
words.
goes quack quack, duck goes quack quack, cat goes meow, cat goes meow. You
No,
know-
see that's no, those are not the lyrics in English.
Is it not? I thought it is.
Was it?
Wait, let me find the English.
Look, I'm
No,
sure
it's
there's
like-
like a million variations out there. Let's be honest.
There probably are in different languages
Yeah.
too. It's recognizable, I think.
Yeah.
It's the "Are you sleeping?" right in English, right? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Are you sleeping?
You sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John. Something,
Oh, yeah.
something,
Who's Brother
something,
John?
something. Look, Jack, John, same thing, and then ding dong dang, same type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah, something like
Anyways,
that. Okay,
yes.
anyways. They have it in multiple countries, right? I feel like that absolutely kills the song. What? I don't know. It kills the song. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I see where they were going with it because I think they were trying to do a little bit of referencing, right? Like it's been popular, but other groups have done it. I just feel like it didn't add like a little oomph to the song because I much prefer the parts that come after in the chorus, right? Like the second half of the chorus after that part. But
we
I mean,
should
yeah.
never reimagine nursery rhymes, y'all. Like,
You think?
straight up. Because people have a nostalgic, emotional connection to things from their childhood. Don't F them up for everyone, please.
Well, okay, putting on
That's my opinion.
my concept hat here. I feel like what they were trying to do, like based on the title of the song, right? I think they are playing of like childhood, of like being young.
I think so too. Yeah.
Right, so they were trying to like add that rhyme as well, like oh, this is recognizable. This is something that you heard as a child, and like you're still young, right? So they're talking about that in the song. So I feel like I see what they were doing, but I just felt like it wasn't done in the best way, or maybe like
It's
this particular
bad.
rhyme wasn't the best one. I don't know.
It's so bad.
I'm gonna take that to the next level because I don't hate the song like you guys do. You flipping haters.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I like
don't
everything
hate- I
about
don't
the
hate-
song
I don't know,
other than
whatever.
the first part of the chorus.
I think here's the thing. I do agree with you, Anita. I do think they were taking the young, dumb, stupid concept and then giving it a musical spin, while maintaining that trend of sampling that's been all over K-pop
Yes.
last year.
Oh, can we stop?
Clearly not. No, we're not gonna stop. No, apparently not. Was it the right decision to do a nursery rhyme melody here? I don't know. I will be honest. It feels a little random when it comes in, and then it feels a little random when it pops out. Especially because the other parts of the song is so consistently well put together, and the top line fits with each other really, really well. In a pretty unique way too, you know. And then you have Lily singing her ass off. She's great. This is one of the best tracks she's ever been on. Period. But
okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
the vocals are very good on this track.
So all of that combined, I do think it's a nice package. Okay, look. If I get a box of chocolates, am I gonna enjoy every single one of the 12 chocolates that are in the assorted combination mix? Probably not. I don't like pistachios. Screw that, you know? But I'll enjoy dark chocolate and milk chocolate and like the ganache and like, you know, mint chocolate and like raspberry and all that. Like that's all good stuff. You know what I mean? But the coconut? No, I'm throwing that away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not a fan of coconut.
Yeah. This is like the
Almond
coconut for
Joy,
me.
no.
Yeah. I will gladly enjoy it because the other 11 pieces of chocolate in that 12 box mix was good. The coconut, sure, whatever. This is fine. I'm not going to kill myself over it.
I mean, the thing that I found kind of refreshing for this track is that they don't have their mix concept in this,
mix,
right?
change, up, let's go.
They actually do, Anita.
Where? Or at least it wasn't super jarring like in other tracks.
If you look in their marketing language, they're like, oh, once again, NMIXX come back with mix pop. And I'm like, no, this isn't mix pop. You just sampled the kids. This is just kids pop. It ain't mix pop.
This is a remix. This isn't a mix.
Yeah, I don't know. Can you talk about that term for a second, mix pop? And this is a little less about this track in particular and more about OO and what's Big Wave? What's that one?
Dice.
Yes.
Big Wave. Hyojima.
People have been saying that this mix pop thing is pretty revolutionary, innovative, because they're, you know, mixing tracks like never done before. All new concepts, apparently. The thing is, people are using the term mix pop as this like, it's people are starting to take it seriously. Guys, it's marketing language.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's twice saying that their music is color pop back from like their earlier days. Is color pop a real thing? No. It's not a genre. There's not enough musical characteristics to call it a genre. Same goes for mix pop. At this point where they've used this track and they've called this track mix pop, there's like actually nothing that describes there's you know what I mean? Like there's nothing consistent about the word anymore. So I do appreciate the fact that they're trying out new things. They're trying to mix up different things about music that typically wouldn't work together. Sure, maybe you appreciate that too. You appreciate that. You don't appreciate mix pop. Mix pop is just marketing language. I wanted to rant about that real quick because I keep seeing people online who are using that word as like a solve all kind of defense strategy. It's not a proper shield, folks. It's just not properly functioning. Please stop. Thank you.
I have issues with this. Well, I do have issues, but
you have a lot of issues, Doug.
with this song. I don't like the music video either. There's a certain point in this music. No, okay.
That was a good video.
There's one part where the acting kills me. Right?
Which part?
There's a part where Bae is putting on just normal sunglasses, right?
Yeah.
They're just pink glasses, and then she acts like they're VR glasses. I can't handle it, dude. She puts on the most normal glasses in the world, right? And then she goes, "Whoa." I can't handle it when she does that. Now you know what I mean, right? It's the most ridiculous thing ever. I can't handle it.
I didn't pay too much attention to it because they added some like
effects
to it.
They added crappy CGI or whatever effects.
It was good. What are you talking about?
I thought it was cool.
I can't handle it, dude. I was dying. I was laughing so hard.
Dude, it was clearly the Y2K thing that they're leaning into, you know, like
Oh my god.
once you put on those glasses, it's like you're in the Kwangya, you know, you can see the Black Mamba.
I can't handle this acting, dude. And then like, so here's the
fine.
thing. The funny thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of this song. It's so catchy. God
It's
damn.
catchy. It's that
so
rhyme.
Catchy. It's so earwormy. It's terrible, but it's good at the same time.
I'm telling you, it's not an awful idea, you know? Y'all just
It's
hating
not an
it.
awful idea. I just feel like thinking about like that part and then what comes after it. I prefer the second half of that chorus because I was gonna say it reminds me of the type of sound that NCT Dream was doing a couple, was it not the last comeback? I want to say like Hello Future ish. So it has that vibe,
I can kind of see that. I can kind of see
right?
that, yeah.
So I feel like that the rhyme throws it off. We're like, huh? And then we go into that sound. So it just feels off.
Well, if anything, that part is kind of consistent with the intro and how hip hop that whole verse section is. So that's why I wasn't complaining. Like, if you look at it theoretically, everything kind of makes sense. Like, I'm sure it could have benefited with a little better transition here and there. But yeah, I mean, you know, they're working with what they can.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are just hating it because it's Kids Bop.
I don't hate it. I really think it's.
Bro, I
this
hated
is probably
Kids Bop back in the day too.
But this is good Kids Bop, you know? Like, it's like the
No,
spaghetti
no,
in
I-
your like kids meal is actually kind of good kind of Kids Bop, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yes.
like you got
No,
like a
this is nice.
very
It's
good
nice.
collectible toy from Happy Meal kind of Kids Bop.
I'm
you know what I
not
mean?
a
Like-
fan. Not a fan.
I think it's nice.
Someone in my household stated, "Don't ever play this again." This is what they stated when we were listening
But
to
okay,
this.
Cool.
in their defense, they said it right after they heard that part, right? The
Of
sample.
course, because they said,
right?
They said, "What the hell is that sample?"
So I feel like it could be a little bit divisive. Maybe you
okay.
really like it, maybe you don't.
Does your family member do they still listen to this podcast?
Yes.
Please do me a favor, listen to it one more time.
No.
It might work the second time. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Second time's the charm, you know. Third time's the charm, you know.
There was a lot of head shaking when this one was going on, dude. That being said,
Come on.
here's the thing about a pre-release. You got to get people excited about the main release.
I'm excited.
I'm so curious now.
I'm curious, yeah.
right? I am so. Are we gonna get an NMIXX change up? Are we gonna get another big wave? Right, like big landslide.
Oh my god.
Watch your house fall down. Right, like no, we gonna get something like that. Like I wonder what's gonna happen there.
Did you guys catch the
Overall-
part where they said popcorn?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
They also
did.
said like what do you got on the new wave sway, and I was like, okay.
They were referencing, yeah.
I see what you're doing. It's very clever.
Are we
of you.
gonna make a tank again with our legs or something? Right, like we're gonna have to see what happens. All right, the final release. I'm just gonna move on. We got Kai with Rover. He's from Wars Die. He's from SF Entertainment. His only two other solo title tracks were Peaches and that one with the one that got that popped off because Noje was the backup dancer, right? Was that
Oh
one?
yes,
right?
yes.
But we now have Red Rover. I want to hear Warren's opinions come over.
Oh,
That was so stupid.
Bro, this whole podcast is stupid. What do you think?
Oh man.
Do we like some reggaeton influence in K-pop? Do we still like it?
I do.
I do.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Cool.
No,
Cool.
okay, I like the song. I actually think this is one of the best songs of the month.
Ooh.
This is a great song. What more are you asking for?
I agree.
Okay. First of all, I gotta talk about the instrumental. That is a sexy ass instrumental. Oh,
It's really good.
Did
Did you hear like the twinkling sound?
I did. The little
It was so
chimes.
cool.
Then you have
Those
like
were nice.
the side chains like
Yeah.
and then the bass goes like boom 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 and like those
It's
little
really
808s,
cool.
you know. And then they do the whole Moombahton thing, but they don't just rely on the Moombahton. They don't just rely on the reggaeton thing. They don't rely on the Afrobeat. That's a part of the song. Because they also heavily lean into the trap aesthetics, and they mix it up a whole bunch, kind of like in a bit of an NCT style, if you will. And it's just arrangement wise, like that was solid, you know. The song does have an original song, right? We got to talk about that real quick.
Yeah, it was a remake, right?
Right.
In a way.
It's like a remake/remix of Dara's Mr. Rover, which has a very, 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 very similar top line. The actual melody itself is pretty much from that
pretty
track.
much the same.
Yeah. I actually prefer this version over that one for two reasons. One is all the positive changes they made to the arrangement that we just talked about. Dara's track, I definitely feels like it leans heavier into the Latin aesthetic, obviously because that's who she is. This is a little more my flavor. We have the Latin flavor, sure, but we have other flavors in there too. You know, we got a little bit of gochujang in here. Just mix it up a little bit. I think I dig that. And the other part of it is Kai as a performer is just the good lord.
He's good.
Wow.
He's very good.
He's a real professional.
It's good. It's good. You can't ignore how good the guy is. Yeah, I don't know.
I also feel like this type of sound, or at least how the vocal direction was done, really suited him. Because I think his voice tends to be on the lower tones, right? Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like there was a good range. Like in certain parts, I felt like he was going a little higher, and then he could go down in the register like pretty comfortably. I don't know. I feel like it was comfortable and overall for him, and I think that showed, and it flowed well.
I read a comment that someone says, "Why does this song sound like Macarena?" What? You know exactly what they mean, right?
I could hear it. I could hear it.
Okay, sure. I mean, it's from the same culture background. Whatever.
Very briefly, but yes.
Wait, it does. That's hilarious. Whoever wrote that. Oh my god.
Very different vibe. Very different vibe.
Yeah.
There's just I saw some people said that this song was a little too understated. That Kai wasn't
really?
too charismatic. I like the understated sexiness. You don't sometimes have to be overtly sexy. Like you don't gotta just like thrust your groin around in a music video or something, right? you could have some sexy, subtle movements. Sometimes subtle's more sexy.
Has any K-pop had done any groin thrusting in the last couple months, like years?
I'm sure there has. Are you kidding, Warren? There's been thrusting.
I know one group that does about it.
There was thrusting in Boys Planet recently in that one meme clip. There was some thrusting.
I don't watch Boys Planet. I wouldn't know.
In the Morajiga Ba, that song Anita, where he put his hands in his pockets and they thrust. There's thrusting in that one, dude.
Okay.
I must have missed it.
I'm sure people are very happy about groin thrusting. Kai didn't need to do the groin thrusting in order to be, very confident and powerful about what he does. I think it works out.
Yeah, actually, I was really, what I really liked. I kept going back to the music video because I really liked the overall, like the tones of the coloring, like the shots they had, the styling. I thought it really worked, and it went in a way that it wasn't like stereotypical of the genre. I feel like sometimes you could be a little stereotypical of a general sound, and I felt like this was not. Like it went a whole different way, and it made it more refreshing. There was also like very interesting. I don't know if there was like a meaning behind it, but inclusion of the stage and the ballerinas.
Yeah, it's like they went from barbershop, right? Latin barbershop to like the Seoul Opera Theater thing, right? Yeah. That scene, whatever that one was, the one that's near Gwanghwamun, right? Yeah.
I liked that it made like I interpret it as like the whole theme of like duality, like not being able to determine who this person is, right? Like their background, maybe. I don't know. But I liked it was cool how they switched sets in that way, but the way that they did it was like it didn't feel super jarring. Like I felt like, this is still the same character, right? Just in a different setting. So that was cool. I liked a lot of the shots they had.
And it worked so well.
Whoever wrote the lyrics, the Rover, I'm coming over. That's so good. It's so simple. Catchy. But it is so catchy, and the thing that it does best is that plus the choreography and the choreo. It just hits different, It's good. It's like the perfect choreo for this song. Whoever did the choreography did a fantastic job. It fits so well. Great, right?
Yes. I was so not I want to say if the word is impressed, but I was so pleasantly surprised with this comeback that I went to listen to the mini that he released, the mini album, and a lot of I think there's only like 5 tracks, but the rest of the tracks have a general like I feel the continuity of this, like very like some trap influence here and there. It felt like darker, but in a more like trendy. I don't know how to describe it. I just felt like, oh, this. I feel like I'm starting to associate this type of sound with him as a solo artist,
I like
and
the
it's
sound of
really
that.
cool.
I like
Yeah,
the sound of
it's
that.
really nice.
I'm gonna have to check it out, especially because this did feel like he isn't throwing out everything he's done up until this point. I definitely hear his voice going from Peaches to this one, you know, and it sounds like he continues to expand on that. So that's what artists do. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you think about it, Kai's only had like 3 title tracks as a solo artist. It feels like he's done a ton more, right? Like, it just feels like he's only done 3 so far. It just shows off how professional he is and how everything he's done has been really memorable so far. Had a lot of great moments. Peaches was good. Rover, I like what he's doing here. He has this nice, sexy vibe going on, and it's working. I think it's really spot on with the Kai brand.
Yeah.
I think they're doing a great job of that at SM.
I agree.
Okay. The other songs this week were Yuju, Without You, Nicole, formerly of Kara. Well, they came back together, so I don't know what the status is, but Mysterious, Tan with Fix You, Pixie with Karma, and Got7's Young J with Day. Spice King, last week on episode 226, 50/50's Cupid picked up its first crown. Second place was a tie between J-Hope on the Streets featuring J. Cole and Purple Kiss, Sweet Juice. The new candidates this week are Cherry Bullet, P.O.W, Play on the World, Twice Set Me Free, and NMIXX, Young Dumb Stupid, and Kai's Rover. Okay. You gotta put Twice in first place this week. Set Me Free. You have to. It makes you gotta set yourself free and put this one in first place. Like, are you Young Dumb and Stupid? Because I don't have that on my chart this week. Come on. But I will Rover, come on over and put Kai in second place this week.
Well,
And,
nice.
Dude, you are
Okay.
like unchained today.
Third place is Cupid. Yeah, I don't have anything. Okay, that's my chart.
Ooh, okay. I'll start with third because that was the easiest.
Okay.
I also have 50/50 Cupid. I was actually
Nice.
surprised. I found myself like recalling the chorus like throughout the day. Like, it's so catchy. It's very catchy. I'm interested to see what other stuff they come out with. But it's in third. Second and first. I've been debating like back and forth between two tracks. They're both great, but I guess maybe one had a little bit more time than the other. So maybe we'll switch next week. So in second place, I have Kai as well.
Okay.
I really like this one. I checked out the mini album, some good stuff there too.
Wait, you
But for
really
now-
like it, but it's on second?
It's gonna grow even more. For now,
Is it like a-
Twice
is
is
it
in
like-
first. First Twice.
There we go.
Yeah, I like the route they're taking with this release. Definitely the continuity of their previous release, Moonlight Sunrise. I don't know, it worked. Not perfect. I don't like that fake ending still, but still good. So it's not first.
This is a last minute thing for me.
Did you switch your order?
I've been switching it this entire episode. I typically don't do that. I write it down and I just
Right.
don't look back. Typically, that's what I do. Not happening today. I have Kyan first.
Whoa.
Thank you. I'm glad you put him up first. I was debating back and forth, but I'm glad somebody did.
Yeah, someone had to do it.
Someone had to.
Someone
do it.
had to. It was me
Thank you,
today. Yes,
Lauren.
sir. That's me. Mr. Kai, are you looking at me? That's me. Yes.
Wow.
He's great. He's great. Lovely track. Awesome beat. It's one of those beats, and I'm gonna stop raving up at the beat after I say this, but the beat is so good. I want to see like this will never happen. But I want to see like a SM like cipher on this kind of beat. You know what I mean? Like throw a mark on it.
Oh.
Throw Giselle on it. Fuck it, throw Taeyong on it. Have them, do a rap thing. I feel like that would really work really well. It'll never happen. It's just my wish list that'll never get fulfilled. I still like the Twice track. It's going on second. Lovely track.
Nice.
It's really, really cool. Set Me Free. I still feel rushed every time I listen to it. Like the fact, for instance, that the build-up is only like 4 bars. Like I'm like, can you like take her time to like build the emotions a little bit? I don't know. That took me out a little bit. There's been a bit of a meme around a certain member and her rap capabilities. Talking about the member that raps first before Momo and Taeyong. I've basically just done everything to describe the person besides name their name.
Have you given up at this point with that rap?
Sorry, I gave up a long time ago. But
okay.
The issue is I feel like we're going a little backwards.
Oh no.
I went out.
No, okay. No, I will give you that. When I heard the rap section, that first section, I said, "Man, this is a real Twice rap going on right now."
I went back and listened to Uahage. I listened to Cheer Up, TT. Someone's Gotten Better. Someone went the other way. I'm sorry. I can't lie about that. Anyways, second place. Third place for me is Cupid. Still a great track. Still love it.
Yay.
Go 50-50. Yay.
Okay, Gochu Gang. First place with 52 points, which is a ton.
Wow.
My God.
Twice Set Me Free. Second place with 23. NMIXX Young, Dumb, and Stupid.
Wow.
Third place with 22. Purple Kiss, Sweet Juice.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's actually a bit of a surprise.
50-50 Cupid was in fourth with 21. So 23, 22, 21. So they don't get any
close.
points.
I'll be honest. I was kind of split between 50-50 and Mix.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not
Really?
that bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
As a result, though, there's a 2-way tie for third.
Oh.
50-50 Cupid and NMIXX Young, Dumb, Stupid are both in third place this week. Boom.
Okay.
They both have 3 points. Second place is Kai with 11. And in
Right.
first place with 18, missing Warren's first place vote to get double crowns. They're only getting 1 crown this week. It is Twice with Set Me Free. Boom.
Nice.
Interesting, Warren. Yeah, we're now at show winners and you hit us with them.
Okay, starting off with Stacy with Teddy Bear. They won a show champion in show music course, so they have a total of 6 wins with this comeback. And then the boys won again on Music Bank with Roar, so they have 5 total wins. And then J-Hope with On the Street had its first win on Emp Countdown.
Okay, that wraps up part 1. SojuTalk episode 227. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk Kpop Podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
All right, we're back at it with part 2 of SojuTalk episode 227, where we're going to talk about the news and events from last week. Not too much news and events, but we have the concluding chapter of HYBE and SM. So, HYBE announced their withdrawal from the SM acquisition after coming to an agreement with Kakao. So, basically what you got to know is that HYBE and Kakao came to an agreement. So, these are the terms. This is like a summary of all the things I read. First of all, Kakao is going to run SM. That is 100% in stone. Kakao will control SM.
Wow.
Dang. Okay.
Wow.
HYBE wanted and will get a platform collaboration between Dear You and Weverse. So people think that that means in the future HYBE is going to control Dear You / Bubble and all that stuff.
Another platform.
And they might get rid of it or they might integrate it into Weverse, something. People are a little bit concerned about that.
Talk about that in a second.
Next one, Kakao will buy enough existing stock to get to 40%. There's something about that 40% number, which means you control SM, right? There's a thing about that. Kakao currently has a like a buyout thing that's open to current shareholders where they're buying shares at an inflated rate to try to accumulate that 40%. So that's that. Next one, we already knew that, but HYBE owns about 20% of SM Entertainment. And it is believed that in some point in the future, Kakao might buy that back from them. But for now, they will stay the second largest shareholder of SM Entertainment. So Kakao runs it, and they're the largest shareholder. They're going to have 20%. But then HYBE will be the second largest at 20%. Additionally, HYBE will most likely be involved in some way when Kakao goes public on NASDAQ. So if you remember last week, we said that Kakao had ambitions for Kakao Entertainment to be on the NASDAQ, the American Stock Exchange. It seems that some part of the agreement means that HYBE will somewhat be related in that.
Okay.
So that's good for them. Next one, Chris Lee and Tak Young-jun will step down as the co-CEOs of SM Entertainment, but will remain in charge of their respective divisions. So Chris Lee said in one of the videos that he's willing to step down, so I don't think that's too much there, but they basically made both co-CEOs step down now. So that's something. That's probably HYBE and Kakao both agreed to that. They're like, yeah, the SM brass, you're done. Finally, Kakao's nominated slate of directors will be seated. Neither HYBE nor Kakao will vote at the general shareholders meeting on March 31st, but it is assumed that all of Kakao's nominations will win.
Okay.
So what that means is basically Kakao stated SM's current board, you're out. All of your directors are out. We're putting in our own people. So it seems like if we think about this as a three-way battle, HYBE, Kakao, and SM, it seems like HYBE took a little L in the fact that they're not running the whole company, but they gained a lot for what they've done. It seems like Kakao got what they wanted, but at a way higher price than they probably thought that they had to pay. And it seems like SM kind of took a big L the entire way, right?
Yeah, SM's the one with the L here. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems at the end of the day, SM took the biggest L because not only did the people who proposed the 3.0 and the current heads of SM, they got demoted, but like their entire board of directors pretty much got kicked out. Like, I wonder what this means as a whole. I don't know.
See, this is like the Korean War. Well, actually, not the Korean War. This is like Joseon Dynasty near the end. There were some internal conflicts in the Korean government at the time.
House divided.
Japan saw that. They were like, oh, time to take over. China saw that. They were like, oh, time to take over. So they just ran in, trying to invade the country. That's kind of what happens when there's a conflict internally. People will jump in, see what they can take. HYBE took a big bite. Kakao took whatever's left. They did take the bigger bite here. In my eyes.
The biggest, yeah.
There was like a power vacuum because of SM's weak position, essentially, right? Where HYBE and Kakao ended up consolidating all of SM. And hey, I feel like before HYBE came in, SM thought like, all right, we're gonna get these Kakao people, we're gonna make a lot of money, it's gonna be cool. But now they're the third fiddle, right? They're the third wheel in this relationship, it seems like. Even though they're the ones being controlled now. It's kind of crazy. It's a big moment for K-pop. And Isuman's probably laughing because HYBE bought all his stock, and now SM, the people he didn't like, got fired, like got demoted or got kicked off of their directors' positions. He's probably laughing, honestly.
I mean, who knows?
It's bittersweet though, because he gets to watch what he built kind of burn down a little too, right?
They've been saying, like, I remember like back when you were talking about aligned partners and all those folks being involved, we were talking about those two folks stepping down a little bit. So I don't know how far ahead this was planned out. On the other hand, the people that are coming in with Kakao, they don't really have a track record of managing an entertainment label. Obviously, we don't know who exactly is coming in, but if you look at the Kakao lineup, all the companies under Kakao run independently. Like, it's not Kakao saying, ooh, IU's comeback is going to happen in a month. That's not Kakao. That's still right.
That's the concerning part.
Yeah. Who knows? Like, we don't. They could be good for all I know. It could be good for all you know.
Hopefully,
but they could also be very bad. Who knows? We only know that the shoes that whoever is coming in, the shoes they're gonna have to fill is gonna be very big. Like this Mr. DSM, he's got like size 15 kind of shoes. So who knows, right? I think the other part of this that I'm concerned about, real quick, is the tech side of things.
The platform.
Platform. We give it 3 years ago. 3 years ago, it was a huge renaissance of these platforms. Everybody was competing. It was Universe, Weverse, VLive was their own thing. Like Bubble, DRU. They were all separate things.
Down Cafe was still working for some people.
Down
right?
Cafe was still the perfect place to go for a lot of people. Now it seems like there's one left.
Yeah.
Again,
They've consolidated everyone. Yeah.
Monopoly ain't good, folks. Sure, the Weverse app it's better than most of the apps out there in terms of platform building. I'm not gonna lie about that. But it's only become good to this degree because it had competition to compete against.
I heard someone say, right? This was an interesting thought.
Okay.
That they said that Kai's song Rover might be the last purely SM thing ever.
Hey.
Wow. I guess, yeah, maybe.
If no SM artists come back before the 31st, right? March 31st, where the general shareholders meeting happens, where they elect the new directors. They said this might be the last purely SM in-house product.
Wow.
Wow. Well,
right? It's kind of crazy to think about.
Man, yeah.
Banger. That's good.
I mean, it's a banger.
But still.
Y'all gave it second. I gave it
Sad.
first.
Don't worry. I'll listen to
So
it
that happened
more.
there, and then the details were so these were exclusives from some news websites, but they said actually, was this the one? No, it was this one. Here we go. It said right here that according to some news sources, they said that Kakao contacted Hybe first. So it seems that basically Kakao didn't want to get in a bidding war, right? Apparently they also messaged Hybe at one point and said, you could try to buy stocks at whatever price you want. We will buy them at a higher price than you, is what they told them.
Bluffing, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I think that they were the thing they were really concerned about is that they needed SM in order to get this IPO thing that they want on NASDAQ, right? They needed to get SM because that was a big portion of what they were trying to do. So I think they basically said to Hybe, like, what do you want in order to settle this, right? And they probably
negotiate.
said, we want Dear You. And then they're like, deal, right? That's what it feels like what happened. I wonder what this is gonna look like in the future, right? Like I'm very concerned. I think a lot of people are concerned because SM has been like a monolith in the industry for such a long time, right? There was a SM Prestige, SM Town. Everyone knew. Everyone thought they were the top dog ever. And then Hybe rises up, right? And now SM isn't even SM anymore. Technically.
It's Kakao.
Yeah, so I don't know I do not know what this is gonna look like in the future, but this is probably a real turning point for the company in some form.
It's a big turning point for the culture and the genre and the whole industry. Yeah.
Another thing that this says right here, it said they probably had to Kakao probably had to contact Hybe first because people thought that the investors were going to vote with Hybe at the general meeting. So they thought Kakao had to cut a deal because they were going to lose everything if they didn't cut a deal real quick. Well, and, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they were completely bluffing in terms of like telling Hybe that they can outprice them. Kakao does have a lot of money. Like, sure, don't get me wrong. Hybe has a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. But like, okay, look, Hybe is a good company. Don't get me wrong. They make a lot of money, but we really can't compare Hybe to Kakao.
No,
Kakao's huge.
Kakao's one of the biggest companies in Korea at the moment. It's like you're trying to compare like Apple and like Best Buy over here. That's a bad reference.
That's
but
not.
No, you get the idea.
But yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, the second that it became an open air conflict between the two of them, there had to come to an agreement at some point. You know,
of course.
I never thought that once it went to like a big like court and then people were publicly making these videos, it never seemed like it was going to be a clean ending where one side just won. You know, like it felt like it was gonna get messy and dragged through. And honestly, this arrangement, this business agreement seemed like it's a logical outcome to this, right? Where they have to both concede some things. But at the end of the day, both of them got way more powerful through this, right? By controlling SM essentially.
Well,
okay, so
we'll see what happens.
We'll have to see. I don't really know, but it is what it is. Next one. Starship clarified that Uju Sonyo's Lura and Dawon are still members despite parting ways with the agency. So basically, Subin went on a YouTube channel called Han Moonchul TV, right? And during the broadcast, the host asked, like, is there only like 9 members now, or well, how many members do you got? Right, 8. I've been seeing stuff, and she's like, we got 10 members. We've always had 10 members, right? Basically, is what she said. So people were like, so does that mean they're still in the group? Starship later came out and said that Lura and Dawon have not left Uju Sonyo. Boom.
Okay. That's good. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so that one happened there. Something that happened, right? That I don't know if everyone was aware of this, but there's a group, DKZ. I think they used to be called Donkeys, right? But now they're DKZ. There's a member named Kyungyun. And over the past week, there was like allegations that him and his family were part of a cult in Korea called the JMS cult. And everyone, because there were the reason why this got a lot of traction was there was a recent documentary about this cult, and a lot of people watched it. So they were trying to figure out who's in this cult, right? Because the people who watched the documentary were like, well, these people exist in Korea, so I wonder if there's anyone like involved in it. And they found this kid, and apparently his parents opened a business, a coffee shop that was connected to the cult, and people like backtracked it to him. So they're like, is this kid in the cult? Right? So he basically had to come out. He had a big interview with Dispatch, and he shared his whole statement about his involvement. Like, from what he said he's a victim of the cult where his parents are pretty deep in, his relatives are pretty deep into it. And it was one of those things that his entire childhood, he was brought up like believing this cult, and they were telling him stuff. But he said at a certain point, he thought like it was crazy because the leader of the cult was calling himself the Messiah and all that stuff. So he was like really confused. And the guy who runs the cult, so this is a trigger warning, right? He's been convicted of like sexual assault on females and grooming them and things like that. So that's why people really don't like this cult.
Yikes.
Yeah, and they kept on saying he was being falsely imprisoned, even though like it was proven that he did these terrible things. Because the cult's too strong, so they were saying so all that kind of happened.
So this rough.
Right.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy.
Let me provide a little bit more context here. Cults in Korea are a little different from the American cults. It's not. You don't have to be Tom Cruise to be in it. That's the thing. I'm sure both of you guys have been to Gangnam Station, right? You just walk around.
Yes.
I'm imagining this hasn't happened to Anita, because Anita, for full transparency, does not look Asian.
Correct.
Yes, you're in fact.
Oh, I got recruited by one.
Everyone gets recruited by one if you're ill at some point.
I got recruited by a cult.
That happened to me at one point too. Like, it was a day after I dyed my hair gray, and like I was walking around, and they were like, they stopped me by, and they were like, "Oh, your hair color is amazing," and I was like, "Thank you! Like, I just got it done yesterday." And they were like, "That, yeah." Like, they were like, we talked about it for a second. They were like, "Yeah, I was only like $10 here, blah, blah, blah." And they were like, "Yeah, can you like help us fill out the survey?" And I was like, "Bet." And I was like, it was stuff like, "Oh, are you feeling tired these days?" I was like, "Bet, yeah, I am." It was like,
Warren.
I was like, are you is like something like stressing you out these days? I was like, yeah, I am.
You didn't ask?
And they were like, yo, like, is everything okay like these days? I was like, I don't know, man. Like, just graduated from college. I don't know my direction in my life. And they were like, well, we can kind of help you. We can kind of help you,
No.
Let's go to a cafe and sit down and talk about it. And these girls, I'll be honest, they were kind of cute. I was like, okay, it's, But at a certain point, I was like, stranger danger a little bit, like I don't.
Good, yes.
You know what mine was? I was in Myeongdong. It was the final day of my trip. I was waiting for my family to do something so we could go to the airport to go home, right?
Yeah.
And then a girl approached me and she said something Korean, and I'm like, I'm a foreigner. I pulled the foreigner card out real hard, right?
Yeah, good,
I don't want to talk to her. and she spoke English. So it's great.
Dang.
So she
They are
spoke English.
prepared.
And they always come in too because it's a group peer pressure psychological thing, right?
Yeah.
There's always more than one when they approach you. So it was two. She wanted me to fill out forms. She wanted me to donate money to the homeless, and then she wanted us to pray together or something, right?
That's not even that
These are
bad. I'll be honest.
religious. Yeah.
Yeah, but then she wanted me to like join their prayer thing, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Um,
What I'm trying
You
to
know
tell you
how I
guys
got
here.
them to go away from me?
Oh yeah, so keep going. Yeah.
I told them that I was Japanese.
Oh.
이현진 됐어.
I told them I was like part Japanese, and they left me alone.
Dude, your ancestors
Dang.
are rolling in their graves. How dare you, Douglas?
But
man.
yeah, but cults in Korea, a lot of them are, they like, it's the same similar things of like brainwashing and things like that, but a lot of them try to make it seem like they're Christian groups or things like that, right?
Religious affiliation.
Religious affiliation.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, we're Christian. We're not a cult. But then you look into what they're actually saying at church, and they're like, you must follow my will. That type of stuff, right? And it's like, oh God.
No, they don't. Yeah, they like really conceal all that shit like really, really well. Like JMS, for instance, like their full organization name is Christian Gospel Mission Church.
Yep.
Just that sounds like a church. Don't get me wrong. I don't know a lot about like religion, so I can't really. I don't have a lot of credibility here. But like that sounds like a church to me. You know what I mean? Like, and especially because in Korea, there's a lot of churches. I believe.
There's a ton of churches.
Yep.
Right. I believe Korea is the country with the most churches per like square foot or something. I forget what the thing was, but there's a lot of them.
I would also say that in Korea, people's engagement with their church is a lot. They're way more engaged than an American typically is, right? Where like they have like prayer groups or they're in certain groups in the church, but then that's a normal thing. Like my uncle goes to church, for instance. He's in a group of people and they do like Bible study, right?
Yeah.
That's not the most normal thing for just a normal American person at church, but like. They do that in Korea. The certain cults do that to get you even more hooked in. You know, you make friends, right? You have like a so it's like it's a slippery slope there where it's sometimes hard to differentiate which churches are, you know, they have good intentions of actually spreading the gospel, things like that, or other ones who have more nefarious things and are making you like follow weird tenets that the leader's making up, right? So it's tough. It's tough like that.
So I know people. I don't know. My mom has friends who like are in cults, and they are.
Oh.
Yes. Yep.
See, this is a lot more common than people think they are. That's the thing.
I have like super distant relatives who were like in the Moonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of them are fully aware that they're in a cult. They're fully aware, but they just go because they're like at that point they're homies. They're my buddies that I hang out with happen to be at this organization, and as long as you're not the one raping people, I guess who gives a shit, right? That's the mindset a lot of people end up approaching it with, because it's not like they're witnessing all of these crimes before their own eyes every Sunday. You know what I mean? Like that's not for them.
I mean, I feel like at that point though, like even though they say they're aware, maybe this is my personal opinion, but even though you say you're aware of your situation, like if you're okay with like allowing certain things to happen, like you don't say anything, you're complicit in a way, right? And I think it's because the brainwashing has worked. Like you feel like this is not that bad.
No, yeah,
And
no, I completely agree with you.
That's
That
not good.
It's kind of like those kids who are like very, very addicted to Addy, but they're like, oh, like it's fine. I have full control over how much pill they take. You know, I'm taking a couple more because the exams are tomorrow. That kind of student. You guys know people like that, right? Like, I mean,
I don't, but I've heard.
Okay, well, I had a couple friends in college. I don't know how they're doing these days. I'll be honest, but they were like, oh, like yeah, like I take Addy. You know, every time I have a busy schedule coming up, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then at some point I see them off of it, and they're like, yeah, like.
Hey Warren, do you know that building in Manhattan that has New Yorker on it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you know that's owned by the Moonies?
What's the Moonies?
The Moonies is one of the biggest Korean cults.
Is it?
Yeah, it's owned by them. This one, I don't know the Korean name, Warren, but you could look that one up.
아, 이거 세계 평화 통일교.
So that building in New York City is owned by them.
Really?
Yes.
You know, I
Isn't that
used
crazy?
to live there. Like right across the street from that building.
Yeah, well, yeah, you were real near the Korean cult, dude. I'm blowing your mind right now, right?
No, I had no clue. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
to me, the New Yorker building is like it's just a landmark. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But I will
they
admit,
always-
like sometimes I'll be walking around K-Town and like I'll be at the H Mart in K-Town doing groceries and buying ramen and dumplings and like random people will walk up to me and they'll try to pull a Gangnam Station. They'll be like, oh, how are you doing today? And I'm like, oh,
that's
get
scary.
out. I'm just.
That being said, I had the same experience at Michigan Union once.
You man.
Oh, one time I was at Michigan Union, which is one of the main like hubs where you hang out. There's restaurants and you study there, yada yada yada.
Right. It's like the student center.
And
Yeah.
these Korean people approached me and they wanted me to go pray with them or something.
Oh my.
Really?
Yeah, like they like the third thing they asked me was, "Do you want to come pray with us and stuff?" And I was like, "I don't even know your names yet." like I was like, I don't know.
Well,
Damn.
if that ever
Safe
happens
out
to
there.
you, you pull out your AirPods and you say "누진스 하이퍼요" and you walk away.
And I don't even know if they were a cult or anything, but like I don't feel like asking someone to pray with them like as the third sentence to them is ever like the right way to introduce religion to someone, you know? I feel like that's a bit aggressive, right? Whether you want to join them or not. I feel like it's a little bit aggressive. So please don't do that. Yeah, so that happened here. If you want to look up his interview, there's a full translation of it online, but he basically outlines his family's history with the group.
Oh, also,
and how he was indoctrinated as a child and things like that.
the documentary itself, I haven't seen it personally, but it's been very popular in Korea. It's called "In the Name of God: A Holy Betrayal." It's on Netflix. A lot of people, I assume, have Netflix, so go watch it if you're interested. But trigger warning, because it's a crime
Of course,
documentary.
of
Yeah.
course. Okay, so that happened. That was pretty big. It's gaining traction on like the Korean general public scale, but I don't think it gained a lot of on the Western side.
I'll be honest. This is the first time people are hearing DKZ for the first time.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Little happy news for Anita. We got two of them. First one, SM confirmed its first fixed NCT unit, Dojejong, with members Doyoung, Jaehyun, and Jungwoo, and they'll make their debut soon.
Nice.
How do you feel about the
Vocal,
selection? Are these singers? These are the vocalists, right?
Yeah, vocals.
Okay, so we got a
vocals here.
vocal unit and is fixed. So this is the lineup. It ain't changing.
Interesting. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of a 17 BSS thing, right? Where it's a fixed lineup with three dudes and these parts of their names in the name of the group.
Different vibe. Different vibe.
Provide though completely. But yep, so that's happening. And the final thing. Suga and IU will release another collaboration song 3 years after 8.
Ooh.
3 years already. Yeah.
Been a hot minute since 8.
Yeah, so that's all the news. Not too much this week. We got SM getting like cut up between IVE and Kakao. We have a cult, we have a unit, and we have IU and Suga. So that's all that really happened this week. Next week though, in terms of the music, we got Trends, Super Kind, so not two big groups. That NMIXX title track, we're gonna cover that next week. And we have the singer Gaho. So that's all that's coming out next week. So this wraps up part 2, SojuTalk episode 227. After the break, we have the K-pop group simulator part like 4 or 5 or something. Hopefully we don't take a big L. It is K-pop related, so we'll see you after the break. 3, 2, 1.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based, Mina, Brian, Shadow, Delmonic, Ellie, Irvtron, Flacco Louie, Genki Boy, Ogumama, Honey Pool, Jacob, Williams Games and Toys, Luke Daniels, and J Park. Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk, the weekly shot of K-pop. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erday, Koala, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.
All right, After Hours. Warren, last week we went on a music show with our group and we took a gigantic L. We lost a lot of money to appear on the show. Morale is low. What are we doing right now?
Okay. Well, let's do a recap, right? We actually made a little bit of money because we began the episode last
Very
week
little.
with $0. The members still live in their large 4-bedroom apartment. Like they train in it too. You know what I mean? Their concept is still pretty unique and consistent. Their TikTok went semi-viral. You know, that was cool. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
And they went on stream. They got some stream sales, and they went on music shows, and they made a grand total of $6.
Okay.
$6. So yeah, we have something. Also, they gained a little bit of popularity. We have 1 popularity now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I want you guys to pay attention to that new number, popularity. That's going to determine some things today.
Oh no.
Okay.
Some of the events there are also going to influence that. So we'll go through that. But first, we have 3 different sets of events today. We have media appearances that we got to figure out.
Ooh.
Then there would be a random event. And then
no.
there will be a fan interaction event.
Oh, I like those. Yes.
An interaction event.
Right. These are typically, realistically speaking, this is where the industry reels in a lot of money. So hopefully, we
Please.
bake back some of the money. We began
Need
this season with
money.
$50 in the bank account. So, All
Yes.
right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Media appearances. All right. Look, here's how this works. There are 4 options. You get to guest on Running Man. You get to go on Studio Chum. You get to go on Idol Radio. Or you get to release a dance practice
I see
video.
what we did here. Oh my god.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
You can choose which of the 4 you guys go on. However, it's a little competitive to go on Running Man. So the success rate of guesting on Running Man is 25%. But you gain a lot of money, you gain a lot of popularity, and there might be a unique event related to that. Same goes for Studio Chum. Success rate is 50%. Idol Radio, success rate is 75%. And the dance practice video, because that's going on our YouTube channel, I assume you have a YouTube channel, the success rate there is 100%. But obviously, because it's 100%, the reward is a lot lower as well. We only make $3 from the ad revenue and 1 popularity. So again, look at the video version if you guys want a full breakdown of all the options that we're working with. I'll try my best to commentate audio wise. So I don't know, how are you guys feeling? Which one do you guys want to do?
Ooh.
Okay. I did some math here. Right?
Already? Wow. Okay.
Quick
Technically,
maths.
Running Man has the highest risk return ratio. Our expected return is 2.5, right? Popularity,
Technically.
technically. Studio Chum, it's 2. Idol Radio, it's like 1.5, and then the other one's 1, right? I say we either risk on Studio Chum or go to Idol Radio.
Yeah, I was leaning towards those 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we need to take a risk here. You want to just
What do you
shoot big, Anita? Are we
Studio
feeling?
Chum.
We feeling lucky?
Yeah.
We chumin.
All right. Anita, tell us, what is Studio
no.
Chum?
It's basically a YouTube channel that focuses on performances from groups. So they get like very high quality camera work, focusing on the choreography and the performance itself. It's really well done. I feel like it gets a lot of views too.
You know who owns it?
I did not. Is it
Mnet.
Oh boy.
Mnet? Makes sense.
Yeah, it's Mnet.
I guess we're missing KBS in the mix here because Running Man is SBS and Idol Radio is NBC. Anyways, okay, we have our friendly, lovely roulette back on screen for
God,
us.
I hate these things.
Look, it's a 50% chance. That's not that bad, is it?
All right, can we do a practice spin?
You guys want to do a
Practice
practice spin?
spin?
Okay, who
Practice
wants to do
spin.
the practice spin?
Anita.
Anita?
Me. Okay.
Okay,
Ready?
ready? Okay,
Set.
set,
Go.
go. Oh, spinning. Okay.
See? Okay, we used our fail, Anita. Now it's gonna work.
It's not how
We're ready
not
to
how it
roll.
works.
We're ready to roll.
Is that how?
Okay, you do it
numbers
then.
work?
No, Anita, you used
Me
your
again?
fail. You used your
Okay,
fail.
okay. All right. Ready?
This is the real one. This is the
Okay,
real
This
one.
is the real one.
This
This
is
is the real
the real
one.
one?
Right.
one.
Real
Right,
thing?
you have the,
Yeah.
the mouse is on screen. Okay.
Okay. Ready, set,
Set.
go.
Go. Okay, it's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning. It goes. Success!
Yes.
Congratulations, guys.
I told you, Anita. Even though they're independent events, I told
Yes,
you.
that's how it works.
They now gain 4 popularity
Let's go.
Let's go.
as well as 10
total
bucks.
5.
Wait, 5.
Are we total 5?
We're total
We already
5.
had one.
Heck yeah.
What?
We were at
It's
1.
5.
It's 5.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
We need all we can
1
get.
plus 4 is 5. You're correct. Now, you guys know how it says on small fine print here? It says plus unique event.
Oh,
Right, yeah. What do we get?
happened? What does that mean?
So these events have some unique events.
They're blurred.
Whoa.
They're blurred out because I didn't want to spoil what it is. But this one is the one for
What is this?
Studio
No.
True. Okay.
Are you?
Dog, read me what had happened.
The Pepper Girls were so nervous they trained all night. The Kim family couldn't stand the noise and put in a noise complaint order minus $5 for the fine.
No.
Yeah. You pissed off your neighbors. What are you gonna do? All right. Well,
Anita,
We're
I
down
think
to
paying
11.
paying the $5 or getting only plus 5, right? Because we originally were awarded 10. I think it's worth the 4 popularity. I think that's well worth
I
it.
think that will help us.
Exactly.
I think. I hope.
okay. I mean, typically when people are active after a comeback, they don't just do one media circuit, right? They can go on. Well, you guys want to do another one? See how lucky you fare?
Oh,
See, these unique events is what's scaring me, Anita.
me too.
You know what? Since we did well, let's do Idol Radio.
You want to do Idol Radio?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not doing Running
Yeah.
Man?
I ain't risking it, dude.
We gotta play a little safe.
Running Man is terrifying because I bet you.
Are you trying to give us a hint, Warren? Is this event gonna be?
I don't know. I'm trying to be fair. This is what
I feel like, Anita, we do Running Man, we win it somehow, 25% chance, right? And then the unique event is you cursed off UJ Suck on screen and your career's over, something like that.
I thought these kids are good kids now that we kicked out the bully. You know, like that wouldn't happen, right?
Let's
you-
play it safe.
Yeah.
Play it safe?
Idol Radio.
Idol
Radio.
Radio.
Radio. Yeah.
Okay, you guys sure about that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give you guys one more chance to switch before we go on.
Wait, are
No.
you trying to?
No.
Tell
Anita,
us
when they
something?
do this, you don't switch. That's what I've learned on that
Oh,
one game
God.
show back in the day.
Okay, Idol Radio it is. Doug, what have you seen Idol Radio? What is Idol Radio?
Idol Radio is pretty much a radio show where, they're doing a normal radio show, but they have guests that come on. They do a little bit of interview. Then they typically do, they sing their song while sitting down, and then they do some dance choreography behind, in
Yeah.
the studio, which is a little weird because it's radio, so they can't see them dancing, but they do it, then they upload it online.
Honestly,
Yeah, there's video involved.
yeah, it's kind of like us. We're they're very much a video platform. Okay, well here is the roulette.
Okay, wait, I'm feeling better. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that success.
Here, I will use my practice spin.
Yes.
Practice spin. Go.
Alright, you guys want to do a practice spin?
Just do it. Just do
Just do
it.
it? Okay, I just done it. Okay, it's spinning, and you got a success.
Okay, see, I used up my success. Anita, you gotta go again.
It's not how that works.
There's the logic here. Okay.
Yeah, trust me.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Wait, are you spinning, Anita?
This is the real one.
Yes,
this
this
is the real
is me.
one.
Okay,
Yes.
this is
The
the
real
real
one.
one. No
Yeah, the
more
real
practice
thing.
rounds, okay?
No more.
Okay,
Ready?
ready,
Set.
set.
Go.
Okay, let's go. Spinning, and okay, success.
Let's
Let's go. I told you.
Success.
I know, dude. I know this.
All right.
I know statistics.
Look at that. You guys gained a little bit more
Bro,
popularity.
Anita, we're a 7 popularity group.
We are like
Look at that.
we're winning this.
Winning.
We came back.
Wait,
we had a
do
comeback.
do you want us? Do we get the special event or no?
Yeah, we
Oh,
did
unique
another
event.
unique event here.
Oh no.
All right, we're going down here.
What happened on the radio
Please.
show? Did we curse on the radio or something?
No.
Guess what happened? You think,
Something good. Something good.
you think it's something good?
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Oh,
is
no.
PD Nim is impressed.
Yes.
Anita, read me what happened.
Okay, the Pepper Girls were so funny on Idol Radio that the producer became a fan instantly. He's invited the Pepper Girls onto another show that he produces.
Oh.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You gain 2 more popularity and $5 more for the additional
God,
gig. So
We just had a viral moment. You know?
We did. We just came back.
We just
Probably
had
bad.
the girl from Billy had her chick cam, right? And everyone was excited.
Oh yeah,
Basically,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Chucky. Yeah.
You guys want to know what the special event is for Running Man?
Yeah, let's
Just
see.
for
If
the-
we
Yeah.
somehow won Running Man, what do we get?
This is a really good special event. You just look splitting.
Oh my
Variety God,
God.
You just look was
No.
excited by the Pepper Girls. All good random events in this round will have an additional 25% chance of success.
Oh
Question.
no.
We only got the special event if we won the 25% roll, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay. I don't think we would have gotten
It was
you know?
risky,
I don't
it was.
think we
It
would've
was
gotten
very risky. But,
but
you
it
just
would have
look
been
impressed, you know?
great.
Okay, well, that doesn't matter. That didn't happen. You guys still made a lot of money, and you guys are very popular now. Congrats. Okay, you guys did the media circuit. Now it's time for today's random event. We have 4 random events today. The 4 random events are 선배님 shoutout.
Oh,
Wait,
event
where's our
number-
money and popularity transfer?
okay.
we're at 9 popularity.
9 and 20. We're popular.
All right. Random event number 1 is 선배님 gives you a shout out on an Instagram live. Random event number 2 is the press is impressed and they write a very positive article about you. Random event number 3 is members dating. So that's
Again?
and the last random event is that there's a music video plagiarism controversy. These 2 are rollovers from last week, but I couldn't think of any new ones. So
So that's a double negative roll. We
okay.
have to get bad and then we have to lose the odd even roll to get that.
yeah, that's not that bad. I'll be honest. All right.
Interesting.
Okay.
Here's today's roulettes for the random events. We have 4 Sunbae shout out, press is impressed, member is dating, movie plagiarism controversy.
Okay. This is what we need to do, Anita. I need to use my roll here again to get rid of
And
the
then
bad
me?
luck again. I need to shield you from the bad luck, then it's you. So we're going to do 1 practice spin.
Okay.
I'm going to hit a bad thing, and then you're going to roll, and we're going to hit a good thing.
Okay.
All right, go.
Go.
Practice spin.
I'm going. Okay.
Practice spin.
It's fun
to be
and
a
it
bad
stopped
thing.
at 선배님 shout out.
Oh no.
Oh,
so
no. We had somebody named shout out.
That was the best
Shout out.
event.
Do I go?
All right.
I'm on a hot streak. Should I go now again? What do you think?
See, Doug, you've been rolling good the last couple events.
Maybe you go again?
Okay, I'll go.
You go.
3,
Oh,
3,
dang
2,
it.
2,
1. This
one.
is it.
Okay,
This is
spinning. We're spinning. We're spinning. This is for real. We're spinning, and we got the plagiarism.
No.
it. Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Your homemade music video is giving people the wrong idea. People think you copied off
Wait,
of
we
New
can still
Jeans.
come back. We can still come
We can
back.
come
though.
back from this, but we need to roll an odd
All right,
roll
look,
now.
Look, here are the specifics of a plagiarism controversy. There's going to be a dice roll. If it rolls even, the general public is convinced it is plagiarism. You lose $15 and 5 popularity.
No.
If it is odd, the general public is not convinced that it is plagiarism and nothing happens because, that's what happens. All right, let me find a dice roll real
Okay.
quick. I forgot about this. Doop-de-doop-de-doo.
I have to roll then. Or no.
Who's going to roll?
Should I roll?
Who wants to roll? Tell me.
No, you roll first, Doug,
Yeah.
and then I go.
Practice roll.
Practice
Practice
roll?
roll. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Go. Oh, wait, that's the wrong button. This one.
Was it odd good or odd bad? I forgot.
Odd is good.
Odd is good, even is bad.
Okay.
Okay.
So practice roll. Stop.
Stop. I got a 5.
Oh shit. Anita, that means you have to go.
I mean, I.
Yeah.
Lawful logic. All right,
Yeah.
tell me when to start. Tell me when to stop.
Start.
Start. Okay, we're starting. Okay, dice is rolling. I need to tell me when to stop.
Can I guess by looking?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it actually. It's just
Okay.
3.
Uh,
Count me in. Count me in.
3,
3.
2, 1.
Anita, you never said stop.
I said 1.
Oh. Okay. Try one more
Three,
time.
two,
Tell me to
okay.
stop. 3, 2, 1,
3.
stop. Okay, 3.
3,
Huh?
2,
Two.
1. Stop.
Okay, stop. 1.
Yes, Anita.
All right. You got an odd number. The general public is not convinced it is plagiarism. Nothing
Thank
happened.
goodness.
You move on with 9 popularity
Oh
and
my
$22.
God.
Congrats
Okay.
to everybody. Look at that.
That was close.
Okay. You guys want? Nah. Okay.
No, we're not doing this against 3 to 1.
All right. Last event is fan interaction. We have 3. Every comeback always has some sort of fan interaction. I looked this up. For digital singles, people will randomly sell like Polaroid cards that come with little tickets that let you put your name in for a draw. And if you win the draw, the lucky 10 people or 100 folks, I don't know, they get to have a little video call event or they get invited to an offline fan sign event. That kind of idea. Now, remember how I said popularity is going to determine how much money you make?
Yeah, we got big popularity.
We do. All right, if you do a video call event, the profit is going to be popularity times 2. If you do an offline fan sign event, it's going to be popularity times 4. If you do sell merch, it's going to be popularity times 6. That's a whopping $54.
Yeah, that one only has a 25% chance of success.
This is true.
Okay, Anita. So this is the final thing of season 1 of this game, right?
Yep, this is the final event of season 1.
Anita, should we YOLO it?
I'm really scared.
You guys already have a lot of money. If you think about it.
Okay, we have $22, 9
Right.
popularity. If we win the first one with a 75% chance, right? We have 8. We win $18. We're up to 40, right?
Oof.
If we win the second one with a 50% chance, we get 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're up to $46. That's only 4 from where we started. Our group
Right.
is almost by the third comeback, right? We have only had 1 song so far, or 2.
This
1?
is the first comeback, so 2 songs.
2 songs.
We've had 2 songs. With 2 songs, we've almost made back our money. That's really good for
That's
a group.
crazy.
That's actually not bad. Yeah.
That's really good for a group. And the third one with a 25% chance, if we somehow win that, we get $56, and we're up to 78.
Oh.
We could start paying people.
Anita, I would suggest we do offline sign event.
50-50.
50-50.
50-50?
Do you agree, Anita? Or do you want a YOLO? Anita, you're
No, I was leaning safe.
Oh no, I want to do a middle then.
Let's do the offline event.
50-50.
Damn. Go all in or go home, guys. What was this?
No,
No,
we
20
don't want to go home, which is why
25% chances. I used to play Lost Ark where one of the mechanics was like this percentage based succeeding or not. Bro, 25 is terrible. Like, it never works.
All right, offline fan sign event.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, here is once again our final roulette of the day. Is 50-50, success or fail. If you guys win, you guys get to make $24 and walk away with... No, you guys
No,
make
$36.
$36 and walk
36.
away with 58 whopping
Oh, I
dollars.
calculated wrong.
you'd be even, over even.
I
Over
calculated
even.
wrong.
You get to distribute the $8 amongst yourselves and the members.
Oh
Look
my
at
god!
that.
I bet you people at home were like cringing when I did my math there. Okay, whatever.
It's all right. I didn't notice.
However, if you fail, you walk away with $22 in your bank account, still down $28 from where you began this whole fiasco back in.
That's not-
whenever
okay.
that ago.
That's
We
not
were at
terrible.
0.
We
We
still
were
have
at
we have
0.
popularity now, dude, and that's enough money for a comeback.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
There are no practice rounds today for this
Oh,
final
no.
event
No.
of the day.
That's
Or the
not
round.
working.
Anita, I've been lucky on first spins, right?
Yeah,
You've been lucky
you did it
on
twice.
after I've eaten the bad luck, right?
Right.
So I guess
It's
I
you.
have to spin it then, right?
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Anita,
All right.
Count me into 3. Say go.
Oh, it's me.
and I'll
No,
wait.
no,
it's Doug,
Okay,
it's Doug.
Doug. Count from 3 to 1. Say go, and when you say go, I will tap on the mouse
Oh my
left click button, and once I click on it, the rule is gonna spin, and we'll decide from there.
3,
I can't
3.
watch.
2,
2,
1,
1.
go.
Click. Okay. We're going. We're going.
Come
We're
on,
going.
come
We're
on,
going.
come
Oh,
on.
fail!
No.
Offline fan sign event flopped. Nobody bought any of your
Oh my
tickets.
God.
Nobody came. The member morale is down.
We flew too close to the sun, Anita.
You guys thought popularity 9 is enough for this. Well, okay. Well,
God damn it. All right. Well, it was a good run today, Anita. I'm still proud of us.
We
gained
improved so much.
We gained 8 popularity. Pretty happy with this.
all right.
outcome.
Well, if you think about it, you guys did pretty well.
No, we did pretty well.
Yeah.
We definitely did better
Hey,
than last time.
I'm feeling better than last time where I randomly ended the podcast because I was pissed. But people commented on that. So 9 popularity, 22 monies. So this is the end of the K-pop simulator, K-pop group simulator for season 1. We might bring this back at some point. We may not, but it's been fun. I want to thank Warren for preparing
Thank
all
you.
this.
Yes, he made all of this
It
happen.
couldn't have been easy to do that, but it's been fun. The Go-To Girls, Pepper Girls.
Pepper Girls.
Pepper Girls.
Wait,
You don't
if
even
go
know
back to
their
that-
name.
If you go back to that one slide, you gave it was like Cayenne Dilemma or something. What was the name of the song?
The Sunbae shout out.
Oh,
shout
the
out.
Sunbae shout out
Cayenne,
was
Cayenne
me.
Fiasco.
I'm listening to Pepper Girls Cayenne Fiasco. I like their
Cayenne
homemade
Fiasco.
music video.
So we actually have a title for this song too. Cayenne.
All right.
It's been a fun time though. It reminded me of like playing D&D a little bit.
Literally,
But,
this is what this is.
Kind of, yeah. Okay, go stream Cayenne Fiasco, everybody.
This has been, I guess, SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. We'll see you guys next time when we get to review the NMIXX song. I'm very excited for that. We'll see you then, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.